Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear student, in this video class we are doing the revision of 2, 3 and 4 marks concepts here. Just about the concept I will give some explanation and I will give which are the some important concept for 2, 3 and 4 marks here. Okay, see as you all studied about the matter, yes, anything that occupies a space and has a mass is called a matter, and the classification of matter is classified into two types. One is a pure substance and one is a mixture. Again the pure substance is classified into element, compound and mixture. Okay, these are the classification of a matter here. Again the pure substances are categorized into three types, that is elements and compound. Okay, here you have to remember the definition of a matter also, element, compound and mixtures, pure mixtures, these all you have to study here. Okay, next concept here is about the how the water molecule is formed. Yes, you know already, H2O. H2O is a chemical name of a water, chemical formula. H2O is the chemical formula of water. Yes, how it is formed then? Two atoms of hydrogen plus one atom of oxygen. H2 we are representing nothing but two atoms of hydrogen plus one atom of oxygen. Together it will form a one molecule of water. In a chemical formula, it is H2 plus O gives H2O. Therefore, H2O is a chemical formula for water. Okay, here they have given some of the compounds and their chemical formula. Dear student, which is very important here, you have to remember compounds name with their chemical formula. It is very important. So, the first compound name is here carbon dioxide. You know very well, CO2. Next one is a sugar. Sugar chemical formula is C6H12O6. Next, table salt. Nothing but here NaCl is a chemical formula for table salt, which we are using in day-to-day life. Next, vinegar. It is having its chemical formula as CH3COOH. So you have to study this table properly. Next, about chemical changes you learned. What is a chemical change? The change in which a new substance with a different properties are formed are called a chemical change. Again, in a chemical change, the interacting substance we are calling it as a reactants, and the new substance whatever it will form it is calling as a product. In this para you have to remember the definition of a chemical change, what are reactants and what are products here. Okay, and example for chemical changes. What are the example for chemical changes here? Burning of fuel, cooking of food, next curdling of milk, digestion of food, these all are the example for chemical change here. Again, next is here different types of chemical reactions which we have already studied in our classes. Yes, combination reaction, okay, which is very important. What is a combination reaction? Explain with an example. In the four chemical reactions, any one will be there for 4 marks it is. Chemical reactions, there are 4 types of chemical reactions. One is a combination reaction, next one is a decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, the next one is a precipitation reaction. These are the 4 types of chemical reactions. Dear students, here you have to remember the definition of a combination reaction and example with explanation. Next, definition of a decomposition reaction, again with the example you have to explain. Next, displacement reaction. What is a displacement reaction and with the example you have to explain. Same thing for precipitation reaction also. This concept is also very important for 4 marks it is. In these 4 types anyone will be asked for your 4 marks question. Next one here is about exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction, which you all know very well. What is exothermic? The reaction in which energy is released are called exothermic. Examples you know, formation of water from a hydrogen and oxygen. Next, endothermic is nothing but the reaction in which a heat is absorbed. Absorbed is for endothermic, released is for exothermic. So, example for endothermic is a reaction is the dissolution of ammonium chloride in water. So, here the terms are very important, exothermic and endothermic. Next concept here is the rusting. You learnt very well about the rusting concept, yes? Okay, the reddish brown layer on the iron surface, we will call it as a rusting. which okay, the reddish brown layer is called a rust. Then what is the rust here? Define rust. The reddish brown layer on a iron surface is called a rust here. The process its formation is called rusting. Next here one more important term is the chemical name of rust. The chemical name of rust is iron oxide. What is the chemical name of a rust? Iron oxide, which is formed from a reaction of air and water on iron. Oxygen and water are the two essential conditions for rusting. One more question will arise here. Condition for rusting. What are the conditions for rusting? Two essential conditions, that is oxygen one and next one is water. These are the two essential conditions for rusting here. Okay, again dear students, here you have to remember the equation for rusting. Chemical equation. This is a chemical equation. Iron plus oxygen plus water gives a iron oxide. Iron oxide is a chemical name. This process of becoming faster in humid atmosphere and in saline water. Rusting eats up iron particles and gradually it weakens them. Then how we can prevent the rusting? Prevention of rusting. One is a barrier protection and one is a galvanization. What is barrier protection and what is galvanization is very important here. The definition of a barrier protection and definition of a galvanization, you have to go through it. Next, about the next lesson here about the respiration. Then what is the respiration? The process of taking oxygen into the cells, using it to release energy and then eliminating the waste products is known as a respiration. Again in a respiration we are having two types here. Okay, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. This is the chemical representation of a respiration. Different types of internal respiration. In an internal respiration we are having two types. One is a anaerobic and one is a aerobic respiration. Here you can write name the different types of internal respiration. Anaerobic and aerobic respiration. Anaerobic is nothing but that which will take place in the absence of oxygen, that is anaerobic. Okay, here is the equation for anaerobic respiration. Dear students, you have to practice this equation, anaerobic respiration equation. What is anaerobic respiration equation here? C6H12O6, that is sugar, gives ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. You can write in words itself. Words only you can write, you have to write here. If you are not writing this chemical formula, no problem, but you have to write in a chemical name here, chemical equation. Sugar gives ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. This is a chemical equation for anaerobic respiration. Then what is aerobic respiration? The process of respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen. This anaerobic is in the absence of oxygen and this is in the presence of oxygen. See here, this is the chemical equation for aerobic respiration. Sugar plus oxygen gives water plus carbon dioxide plus energy. This is the aerobic respiration chemical equation, which is very important again here. Okay. Next we will see about the external respiration. Again here are the some of the differences they have given in your textbook. Three differences are there about external respiration and internal respiration. About combustion and respiration. Combustion is nothing but the process of burning of a fuel in the presence of oxygen is called a combustion. Yes. So what is the difference between combustion and respiration? Combustion is a fast process and this is the slow process. And it will occur in high temperature and it occurs in a normal body temperature. Energy is produced in the form of heat and light. Here the heat is released, light is not produced during respiration. Enzyme is not involved in this process. Here the enzyme is catalyzed. This process is catalyzed by the enzyme itself. Okay, these are the important differences. In your textbook they have given already, you have to go through it. Next about the lungs. You know what are lungs? Lungs are the spongy and elastic organ that are broad at the bottom and taper at the top. How the lung shape is? It is broad at the bottom and taper at the top here. They consist of a numerous air sacs called alveoli. Air sacs we are calling it as alveoli. The lungs also have a blood vessels that carry oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. To carry the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, the lungs are having a blood vessels here. We have a pair of lungs, nothing but two lungs we are having, left lung and right lung. Where it is their lungs? It is located in our chest. The left lung is slightly smaller. Whatever the left side lung is there, it is small compared to the right, and it has only 2 lobes. In the left lung we are having only 2 lobes, and the right lung is bigger with the 3 lobes. Our right lung is having the 3 lobes, 3 parts it is having. So why here the question may arise as a give reason why the sizes of a lungs are different. Yes, in your textbook also the question is given already. Yes, here is the question. They have given it as a, one second, just I will check it out. The question they have given, why the sizes of lungs are different. Okay, why the sizes of the lungs are different here. Yes, you have to give in the answer in this manner. The left lung is slightly smaller as it's having a 2 lobes, and the right lung is bigger with the 3 lobes. Okay, and the lungs are protected by here rib cage. Lungs are protected by rib cage. It is having one rib cage, and inside that lungs are present here. This is all about the lungs. Then what is inspiration and expiration? The act of breathing in is called a inspiration. The act of breathing out is called a expiration. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called a breathing rate. One inhalation and one exhalation constitute a breathe. Breathing rate in an adult person rests in 15 to 18 times per in a minute. 15 to 18 times a person will breathe. Breathing rate increases during heavy exercise or a fast running. It slows down when you are asleep. Whenever you are sleeping, it will be slow down. When you are running, walking, the breathing rate will be increasing here. So what is the breathing rate then? The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called a breathing rate. Okay. About aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, the difference they have given in your textbook. It takes place in the presence of oxygen. It takes place in the absence of oxygen. Fluid, nothing but glucose, is completely broken down into carbon dioxide and water, releasing the energy. Food is partially broken down into ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. More energy is released, less energy is released. Okay, dear student, this is all about the only the 2 chapters revision I have done. Okay, your lesson number 6 and 8, respiration in organism and chemical changes. Some of the important concepts I have discussed here. Okay, with the in your textbook also you have to study about this, and related to these questions you have to study. In the next video class again I will do the remaining lesson, the important concepts which are there I will revise it. Till that, take care, have a nice day, bye, thank you.